What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with TechBud Solutions. We have about 11 minutes before the market opens. So I just wanted to cover a couple of stocks that I see value in. Again, we have 3 rules within TechBud Solutions, and you don't trade based on other people's opinion. You don't invest in stocks you do not understand, and you always have a plan before taking a position, before investing, right? Therefore, you know where you're buying, you know where you're selling, and you know where you're going to get your losses. Although it might sound very simple, it can really kind of filter out any, just irrelevant mistake that you don't need to make. So I'm going to cover some of the stocks within my watch list and just break them down. My average today to try to identify the goal for the $100 on a lot of people have a goal of making $100 a day, right? So therefore, my goal is to identify a stock that offers anywhere from 5 to 10% potential for profit. The average account within TechBud Solutions, based on a poll that we ran, maybe it's kind of outdated, but about 8 months ago, is about $2,000. Therefore, if I can aim for 5 to 10% return, therefore you can hit your $100 to potential $200 within a day. So therefore, let's go ahead and start breaking down stocks, see which ones we see value in, and see if they're actually worth taking, if they're worth taking a position. So let's look at AMD big picture. I like taking a step back, kind of looking at the trend. This is AMD. It had bad earnings, so had a pretty decent drop. If you go a little bit further back, and if you know anything about AMD, AMD is a multi-billion-dollar company. It's partnered with Apple and other multi-million and then billion-dollar companies. So it shows signs of a solid uptrend. It pulls back due to its earnings, consolidated, pushed up to almost highs of 180-day analysis. Pulled back again because of its earnings. We let it consolidate, and then when it broke above the EMA, it became relevant. Ever since then, we've been trading it. The past couple of days, it's been kind of lacking, and it's been kind of hitting somewhat of a resistance at around $12. It's kind of been consolidating there too much, and we expected that. $12 was a previous support. So if you could see right here, let me zoom out a little bit. So you can see $12 was a previous support, so an area where it bounces at. Therefore, it became a new resistance. It did break above it, but it didn't really push and hold very well above $12, and that's totally okay. But the confirmation that I want is for it to continue trending above the EMA on this 180-day chart, as well as to not pull back and break that trend below the specific price point of 1076. So what I'm going to do is, I thought I had my alert there, but it looks like the EMA line did move a little bit. Well, I have my EMA line right around 1070, and I'll keep it there. So if it goes below 1170, then I'll end up being alerted that, hey, AMD is breaking this trend and it's trending back down. Therefore, I know that this is not a stock that I want to invest in long term at the moment, right? But I also want to look into it a little bit more intraday. Obviously, it's still below the EMA, so it still offers potential to continue its rally. Let's go ahead and see it and break it down a little bit further. I'm going to move level 2 since market's not open just yet. Something that I want to point out is that I saw that it has a support at $11.80. If you can see during pre-market hours, not only today, but as of yesterday as well, it did not break below 1180. Today, 1180 is a little bit more of a relevant support, and it looks like $12 is a relevant resistance. Therefore, from 1180 to about $12, that offers anywhere from about 1.7% potential for profit. On the high end, right, based on its previous highs of, let's say, 1230, this thing offers about 4.21 potential for profit. What's the potential for loss? Well, if you take a position anywhere from around 1180 to 1185 and cut losses, right, because it has not broken below 1180. Let's say you cut losses at 1175 and you take a position on average at 1183. Then you can cut losses and you risk less than 1%, so almost about half of a percent. So if you have like $10,000, or let's say you have $1,000, you're literally risking maybe about $3. And what's your potential for profit? Then your potential for profit for the for this thing to run to 1230, which is a previous resistance that it had yesterday, would be anywhere around almost 4%. So with $1,000, that'd be about $40 return for about a $3 potential for loss. So you have to ask yourself, is that $3 and, or what was it? If we cut losses at, no, it would be more like $6 and 30 cents, right? Because if it's like about 6.3% or 0.063%, that's about $6.30 of a potential for loss, and then the potential for profit is $40. So I'm going to write that down, and it goes vice versa. If you have $10,000, then you're risking, $63 for a potential return of about, $400. So really depends on the size of your account, the percentage return that you're looking for, and to see if this accommodates your daily goal or your weekly goal. So just wanted to break that down. Support resistance, that's pretty relevant. I'm going to set my alert if this thing breaks above $12, just so I'm alerted and I can keep the group up to date. But I think, this could be a good potential trade intraday. And the reason why is something that I really like about this one is that on this 180-day analysis, it's still trending above the EMA, and we're catching it at the pullback, meaning that it's at the lowest point that it's been as it's trending up, and that's something that I really like to do. But if it breaks that trend and then breaks below 1170, then I will be alerted that, hey, it's building this little downtrend. Therefore, I don't want to ride it nor invest in it. So that's it for UGAS. That's it for JNUG. Looks like UGAS during pre-market hours ended up. When I originally checked it was actually at 10.50. So it's really nice to see that it pushed up to $11.12. We had so many traders from our call out. I'm not too sure if you guys followed up with one of our top stocks for last month and stuff like that. But ever since our call out, when it had that bounce at about $8 and we got that confirmation that it broke above the EMA, again, a very simple analysis. We saw that it was trending down. We're like, okay, we'll stay patient. We'll set our alerts if it breaks above the EMA. And that's exactly what it did. And ever since then, our traders have been able to do very well just because it's been showing signs of uptrends, right? Therefore, if they show indications of growth, that's all we wait for. We look at the actual charts. We don't trade based on emotions. We don't trade based on other people's opinion. We let the charts do the talking. We wait for the confirmation for them to become relevant, that they're trending up. And the potential from our callouts were huge, right? $8.50 to $11. That's exactly where we called it out. 23%. If you guys watch maybe a video that I made about a week ago, it would have broken it down exactly like that. Why did I know that it was going to hit a resistance at $11? It's never 100%, and I want to make sure that you understand that. The first resistance that we called out was $9, just like it played out there. The second resistance was $10, based on it being a previous support and old resistance. Then the last one was going to be $11. That was a very common resistance where it usually peaks out at. So what is it that I'm thinking? Well, right now, it's during pre-market hours. If I'm not mistaken, let me open level 2. It's at $10.98 to $11. $11 being a previous resistance, as you can tell, based on previous highs. I would say this is more of a sell than a buy, right? I would wait for more of a pullback and try to see if it could recover, just like it was doing yesterday. With that being said, I think that UGAS is a little bit overpriced, and DGAS is going to be most likely now the one that's going to start showing signs of a reversal, meaning that DGAS is the one now at support, and this thing should start showing signs of an uptrend. Does that mean 100% I'm going to take a position right now? No. What am I going to do? I'm going to set my alert for it to break above $25. And I'm going to be patient. I'm only going to trade when the stock is relevant. Therefore, I don't care how low it goes. All I care is for the confirmation of that uptrend. Therefore, I could even set my alert if it goes above 24 if I really want to. But I honestly don't care too much because I know I'm not going to buy it there. So I don't want to, expose myself to irrelevant information. And obviously the resistance first, originally $28. So let's say from $25 to $28, that potential for profit is about 10%. So if you have about $1,000, that's a $100 return. If you have $2,000, which is the average, that's about a $200 return. If you have $10,000, that's a $1,000 return. So just wanted to give you guys a perspective on why being so patient, waiting for the trend to show you that confirmation, it is key, right? Because you don't trade just whenever you want necessarily. You want to trade when the pattern is relevant, when it's actually showing indications that it's going to recover. But yeah, so it looks like also JNUG during pre-market hours is doing very well. It hit highs of 16, and if I'm not mistaken, 16 is a previous resistance. We can do a simple 10-day analysis, and we can see that it's really starting to show signs of an uptrend. I actually think JNUG is starting to show signs of a reversal. It was consolidating here at $15 to $16 for such a long time, and we have a trader. I want to give him a shout out. He's been very patient, and he believed in the trend. I think he bought in at 18, and he was riding it down. But he started buying more as it was consolidating here because he saw that it was confirming that trend. So from $15 to $16, now it's trending up. This is more of a sign that it's actually trending up than it was before because it's been consolidating for such a long time. Now I think that JNUG actually offers the potential for it to go from $16 to $18. So that's about, if I'm not mistaken, about 12% potential for profit. Therefore, if you have $10,000, that's about a $1,250 return. $1,000, $120, $5 and stuff like that. So keeping it very simple. Wait for that confirmation. I have my alert set. It's already going to go off once the market opens, and that's really just it. So therefore, it's inverse JDST. If you're in this one and this thing breaks, it's already broken below $60, which is a support. So it broke below that. If it continues to trend down, then you'll have an indication that, hey, maybe JDST is not the best investment at the moment. I'm going to wait for it to pull back, bounce at 50, and then ride it back up. Set your alerts, set the confirmations, keep it as simple as possible with every stock that you trade. You don't have to trade the stocks that I'm talking about. Just keep it simple and invest when the stocks are relevant, and please manage your risk. So let's go ahead and I think JNUG GoPro is one that's already consolidating here. I have my alert set at $99. Therefore, when I get that confirmation of an uptrend, showing pretty decent signs of a, showing pretty decent signs of an uptrend. CENX, just like I called out, I don't know if you guys watched the video that I filmed with my girlfriend right here. So her first stock that she purchased, the one that she came down to actually buying was CENX, and we bought it at $13.70. Just like we called out, the reason that we saw value in this one is if you do a 180-day analysis, previous support at $14, right? We're just waiting for that indication of an uptrend, just like its previous 3 bounces. Again, keeping it very simple. Waited for the confirmation of the bounce, take a position, and that's really just it. Now it's trending above the EMA, and obviously it offers huge margins of profit. Therefore, now we're going to be patient. There's a really big swing trade opportunity here, and that's really just it. We're just going to try to keep it as simple as possible, just because we know we don't have to take 50 positions like every other trader to lock in a couple $100. Realistically, with the percentage growth that this thing offers, anywhere from the low points to, let's say, even just 21, offers about 50% return. Therefore, if you're investing $10,000, how nice would it be to be able to make maybe $5,000 within a 2-month spread? This is a long-term swing trade, but this is something that I see value in, and that's why I'm talking about it. If you don't see value in it, please don't trade it. There's obviously going to be a resistance at $15, as a swing trade is never a perfect, rise, and just expect that it pulls up, pulls back, pulls up, pulls back, pulls up. But invest in companies that show signs of a solid uptrend, healthy companies. So that's really just it. Thank you guys again for everything that you guys do. Let me check this one out. Bit of a pullback on this one, and this is LXGTF. I'm not too sure if you guys saw my breakdown on this one, but if you guys can see on this 30-day analysis, it grows in 5-cent increments, and it's back at the support at 40 cents. And it has a resistance at 45 cents. So the potential for profit from 41 to 45 is about 9%, and the potential for loss is about 3%. So the reward / risk, just ask yourself if it's something worth taking. Let's see where. My goodness, GNC dropped to $6. This thing is tanking. So no indication of an uptrend here. So yeah, that's really just it for that. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So again, all the links are down in the description if you want to stay connected. I did upload a video yesterday, so I'm not too sure if you guys were able to watch it. For those that are, it's about the R8 that I bought to resell for a profit. I think I actually already have a buyer for it. So that's something that's really exciting. And I actually just purchased a motorcycle. And now, that's not going to be today's video. Today's video is going to be the top stocks for November, just like we do every month. So if you guys are excited for that, please join us today. It's going to be live around 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So we'd love to have you to join. Again, if you want to learn a little bit more about my style of investing, not only in the stock market, but I also mentor those that want to get started in reselling and the buying of exotic cars, and how it is that, I have these, series of investment properties. Feel free to click the first link in the description, and it will guide you on over. Man, why am I not? So feel free to click the link in my description. It'll guide you on over to my lesson library, which offers my mentorship. The November and October session both fully sold out. The November session actually starts on the 13th of November, and that's a 1-month-long mentorship. And then the one in December, we have a whole calendar there, so you could see if you would like to be a part of that. But overall, I teach you step-by-step on how it is that I trade, step-by-step on how it is that I buy and resell cars, and step-by-step on how I purchase my first property, as well as continue to invest in these series of purchase these series of rental properties. So again, that's really just it. So if you guys see value in that, we'd love to be a part of your success. And if you want to be part of TechBud Solutions, it is going to be, I believe, the second link in the description. It says free group. So you guys can join our free Facebook group of a little bit over 53,000 members, I think now. So thank you again for all your support. If you guys can like and subscribe, we'd greatly appreciate it. But most importantly, continue working hard, continue following your dreams, let your passion be what drives in your success. And we'll see you today for our top stocks of November. And again, that is 4 p.m. Arizona time. So you guys can feel free to Google search what time that is and set your alerts. So we'll be going live for that. And if you guys want to give me your stock suggestions for that, please feel free to comment down below when the video posts. Take care, guys. Oh, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care.